foundation this morning is going to award this grant in the amount of $2,975 to buy books for you guys.
First of all, we want to thank you for applying, but she applied for a grant called Level Up. So we're here today to award $1,848.
Our board of directors looked at all the applications, and we selected this as one of our top applications to fund. So this morning we're here to announce that we're going to give you teachers a check for $1,655.54 to buy these Frog Family.
Started out that my husband and I, as you know, went to school here and graduated together. And we loved what Belton gave us and what Belton Independent School District gave us and what our churches gave us and our families. And we always wanted to be supportive of it. Well, when we started the foundation and my board said, Ann, you go for what you want to do. And the first thing I wanted to do was to do scholarships for students coming out of Belton High School. And then I got to come in and see new tech, which is just awesome. I also got to see the way that students are being taught in a manner that's almost like a case study, so that when they know that there's a reason for doing all this. They know that there's a reason for math and chemistry and English, and they can collaborate with all studies and make something happen. And so then we tripled the next year what we did, and we stayed with the tripling of that last year. And so we're just really proud of Belton and the school district. Going to the scholarship events, and I've been to both the high school ones and the ones for New Tech, and to look at those bright kids and know and watch the excitement on their faces, knowing that they're going to have the opportunity through different organizations and different folks in a scholarship program. And that to me is overwhelmingly excited. To also watch the school board and the administration in their enthusiasm for those kids. They don't just sit up there and listen and watch. I mean, they are totally a part of it, so that's wonderful.
Especially now that I'm in college, I can see how much different lecture learning is based in what we did at Belton, because we definitely did have lectures and note taking and stuff, but there's also a lot of interactive projects and group work and working with the teacher to really hone in on specific skills that you were struggling on. I'd say the AP classes I took at Belton were very rigorous and very challenging. They taught me time management, and they taught me how to work with other people, because there's no way you can get through Belton High School without social connect, without relying on other people to help you understand the material and your teachers to help you understand the material. So it kind of creates a rigorous and competitive academic environment, but also fosters community.
The one that I wrote last year was for the whole school, and that was our virtual reality glasses from Google, the Google Expeditions glasses, and those ones have been really cool. We've gotten to take kids, we live in Central Texas and there's not a lot around here to do. They kind of always go on the same field trips because we can't go too far away from them. They get to do all these amazing things on there, and even though they're not physically there, they act like they're physically there. They want to touch them. And so last year we used them a lot. When we got them after Christmas, we were in our Earth Science unit, and so we got to go into a volcano. They got to go to the top of Mount Everest and see how Mount Everest looks and how, the weathering, erosion, and deposition happened there. They got to go into an earthquake. They got to take, and as we went into the biology section of our year, they took and got to go to the Galapagos Islands, or they got to go to the underwater in the Caribbean. They went to, all these different habitats, and were able to see the animals that live there in live shots, and we got to talk about those things. It's exciting, and technology in general gets them engaged, and it gets them, wanting to do more, wanting to learn more, and they don't see it as work.
So my last semester, when I was graduating from with my bachelor's degree in business administration, I was taking 21 hours that semester, and I had applied for the grant and didn't really know if I was going to get it or not. So, because it's not awarded until the December time frame, so that semester had already started. And I have to say that semester was one of the toughest semesters in the whole bachelor program, because at the beginning of that semester I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer and had to have surgery the first day of that semester. Again, taking 21 hours, I thought, how am I going to do this? So that was a complete setback. So when I got the grant, it was $600, and that really helped overcome a lot of those setbacks because books were very expensive. And so I applied that money towards the books. But most of all, that grant was a motivator for me, because I knew when I was awarded that grant that right then and there I had to lead by example, and I had to represent my organization in a positive manner. And so receiving that grant just gave me more motivation, and I wanted to do well, not only for myself, but I wanted to do good for my organization and for Beef, because they were kind enough to award me that grant. So it really made things a lot better that semester and easier as well.
Well, I started off as a security officer and realized that I loved working with the kids, even in the limited capacity that I was at that point. So as soon as a position came up as an academic mentor, I immediately applied and was fortunate enough to be given the position and have loved it ever since. And just working with the kids made me realize that I wanted to become a full-time teacher. Last year, I received the Beef grant for paraprofessionals, and that money was utilized to purchase books, provide gas money, and other items that I needed throughout the school year. And it was just such a blessing to get that, and it has helped out in so many different ways.
You have incredible students, parents, you have an awesome board, and you have an incredible administrative staff. So y'all are just on top of everything.
I think it's amazing that we have our own foundation in our own school district that funds things, with innovation grants or even the scholarships and things like that they give out that grow, our own school district.
It means to me that someone believes in me and that I've qualified or I've done something in high school that is worthy of continuing in college. It's honestly validation as well as encouragement for the future.
It just motivates you to do so much more, and it's just being recognized makes a difference.
That meant a lot. Getting something from the place that I love being and love working for, that stood out. I've gotten other scholarships and it was great and I was very thankful, but this meant more because it gave me the feeling that they believed in what I was doing and what I could do.